something inside me that is really me, and turning off the constant chatter that is my ego and is not me, but is what I've been taught is me, or I've taught myself to think is me. So I try to get to that place where, yeah, there's no words, there's no expectations, there's just being. And when I can reach that point, then I feel like I'm meditating. I started practicing yoga about 15 years ago, and it sort of stumbled into my life. I didn't seek it out, it found me. And I started with the practice of the asanas, the physical practice, although I think that the greatest change I felt and the nicest surprise of yoga are the other branches that I've then explored since starting the asana practice. And since the end of July, I've done every single day, every single morning, a meditation and a yoga practice, and it's just amazing. I'd be sitting there and doing my sense withdrawal and doing my concentration, which all comes first. I might be doing that for 9 minutes and 50 seconds out of the 10 minutes. But for that 10 seconds that I actually can find for a brief moment, then that is that moment of meditation. Observe the very soft belly. So there might be a sense of tautness, of tightness from the twist, where the skin is feeling tight, but make sure that the muscles are not dripping. The organ is inside the torso. Doesn't matter, you know, I'm just going to do it, even if it's for 5 minutes. Like, I'm trying to not say it has to be for an hour, just do it for however long, and then it's really amazing. I sit up straight. I bring my awareness inwardly. Just try to listen to what my body wants. Try to move into my meditation that way. Just try to just feel like, almost like alphabet soup in my brain, like the words are there, but I'm not going to pay attention to them. I'm just going to pay attention to the space in between them. Focusing on the breath, and you start counting backwards with each breath, and it just sort of the focusing in of the number gives your brain something to focus on, and it brings you into the breath. And to just notice, how do you feel afterwards? And I think if you do those two things, you'll find that you want to get to that feeling again. I meditate in silence. I practice yoga in silence. I don't use music at all. I feel like music is a crutch. I feel like it helps people relax, but it helps them relax by distracting them. And what I actually think yoga is about is not being distracted, it's heightening the awareness of what you're doing. And just like your brain talking to you is a distraction, the music is a distraction. One time, it was interesting, it was when I was teaching and it was doing that counting down meditation. And I had gotten to the end, and we sit quietly for a moment afterwards, and I'm going to cry when I talk about it, so just have to excuse that. But I had a moment of understanding, and when I put into words it sounds stupid, but I had an understanding of how extraordinarily beautiful I am inside. And then I realized it's not just me, people are so unbelievably beautiful. And it was, I think, 3 or 4 years ago now, and I still feel it like it was yesterday. It was that I think is what we really are, and we hide it with all this other garbage that we put on top. It was really powerful to just realize how extraordinary human beings are. I think it's taught me to be calm and content and accept that life is wonderful, and I don't need to worry about the future. When I first started yoga, it was interesting because I had tried it previously in my life, and I'd take a random yoga class and then be really sore and think, oh, why do people do yoga? I couldn't get it. And the time that it came into my life and it was right, it made sense. So I would say everyone should try yoga, and if it doesn't feel right, don't write it off for the rest of your life. Just realize maybe now is not the time. And you did mention there's a lot of different philosophies of just the practice, the physical practice of yoga, and a lot of teachers that teach from different perspectives. So shop around and try different teachers, try different styles of yoga until you find the one that feels right to you.